We have so many good and close friends that live in our wonderful communities, and many of them are here this evening. Chani and I invite you all to take part and join us in this wonderful journey with heart and soul.
Good Chabad. Thank you for watching out for our children.
When Chabad opened up in Merrick approximately 10 years ago, we saw it as a great opportunity to get involved with all the activities that the Chabad was running. It's been very, very important to us to try to help out Chabad every opportunity we have, because we see the result of all the activities that they perform.
Hi, my name is Cindy Knoll. I live in Merrick. I had met the Kramers years ago when they first moved into the town. Connie and I became very close, and I explained to her that I'm a breast cancer survivor and that we should start an event to maybe raise money for women who are going through breast cancer. So I have a friend, Lisa Fessler, who I'm very close to, who is also a breast cancer survivor and is also very close to the Kramers.
Cindy Knoll and I and Connie got together and decided that we wanted to do something for the community. So we formed the Circle of Hope, which helps women in our community who are undergoing the same issues that we were going through. But because it was not only breast cancer that we saw people in our community going through, we opened our doors to people in our community who were suffering from any type of illness, spouses of people who were going through illness, and we decided that we were going to include anybody and everyone who were going through these difficulties.
Hi, my name is Allison Schneider-Luker, and I'm here today to talk about the Chabad of Merrick and all the amazing things that this community of amazing people has done for me and my family as my family was going through the absolute lowest point of our lives when my husband was diagnosed with stage 4 colon cancer. Rabbi Kramer and Hani have been unbelievable support system for us, and they incorporated so many people into providing the TLC and the love and the nurturing, which is what I had always heard about the Chabad, but I've experienced it firsthand. The compassion and the way that they would speak to my son, Chabad helped make him a happy child every day.
Camp Gone Israel is a really fun camp. You learn about Jewish education too. My mom's the best mom in the world!
We did things at school. He learned about his Jewish heritage. He would come home and sing songs and show us his artwork. And even when I would come in, when my husband was very sick and I would be upset, I would always get a hug or a smile. And they even managed to incorporate my situation with a gal named Lisa from the Circle of Hope. I couldn't have been more pleased and thankful and blessed and just to be part of the family here at the Chabad. It's not just a school or just a place to send your children. It's about what the Chabad offers, and the basis of Chabad is love and understanding.
The Circle of Hope also includes different services that we have for the community. Anybody who needs wigs, we're here. We offer emotional support for everyone to feel good about themselves, and we want people to know that they're never alone, and we're always here to support whoever needs help from us. Chabad just recently opened up and built a brand new beautiful kitchen for us, the Circle of Hope, which we call Cooking for Hope, and we have teens come to help us cook and give out food once a week for people who are in need. And I'm so proud to be a part of something so important, and just to know that people are getting help from all of us.
I'm proud to be one of the honorees this evening. I've been part of the Merrick community for over 30 years. I moved here with my husband, Oliver Shalom. Chabad has been very, very important to me. When my husband was diagnosed, the whole community rallied around, and we were in the hospital, and my son, who was 12 years old at the time, practicing for his bar mitzvah. A big concern was, what we're going to do. Is he going to sit here all day? And Rabbi Kramer stepped forward and said, Gail, we're going to get him into summer camp. That became a 3 or 4 year experience. We brought him home for Kara's wedding. Connie Kramer said, bring Kara, and I took her to Crown Heights, and we went to the Gemach, and my daughter got sheets, and my daughter got blankets, and my daughter got dishes. And you are treated at this Gemach like you are a queen. They'll get you a wedding gown, they'll get you anything you want. My daughter had an amazing experience. She wasn't made to feel, because her father got sick and life happened, that she was any less of a challah. And I thank Connie Kramer for that. Chabad is my family. We used to joke, I used to say, Connie's my sister. It is an amazing program, and it should be well supported. It's saved our lives. Chabad was really there for us, heart and soul.
I have been involved with the Chabad for many years, but most significantly for the last 2 years, where I volunteer my services to the Circle of Hope. I am a retired social worker, and I see women that are facing the challenges of breast cancer. But during this process, I realized that it can be expanded to anybody that is going through medical issues and also bereavement issues. So perhaps some of you may have the ability to also volunteer to the Chabad. It is my great joy and honor to help these people, and I am very proud of the work that I've done. And anyone who needs the services, please, please don't hesitate to call. When you bring happiness into the world, you erase all the darkness, and that's what Chabad is all about.
In March 2018, my son was in a horrific accident in Colombia, South America. My family had to go down there for a few weeks. By the time we came back with him, he was still in a coma, Chabad had found out, and they reached out to me and asked me if there was anything they could do. During the next few months, while we were shuttling back and forth with the hospitals and the rehab, Chabad brought us food on a regular basis, and it more so introduced me to Miriam, who helped me get through a very hard time in my life. Miriam was there for me as a social worker. She was amazing. She helped me adjust, and she helped me cope and deal. I honestly don't think that me and my family could have gotten through the year without Chabad. We're eternally grateful. Thank you, Chabad. We're very blessed to have you in our lives.
So please remember that the Chabad is here for you, for all of us, with heart and soul.
I got to know Chabad because my spirituality was waning, I think, over periods of point in my life, and a very good friend of mine, David Bick, had been going to the Chabad Center for high holiday services. We had not gone in a number of years, and my wife actually was very upset with that. So David suggested we join him at what was then the VFW Hall on Merrick Road, and we started going probably 5–10 years ago. And the first time I met the rabbi in depth was at my home. The rabbi and I became friendly, and he called up one year and wanted to bring some shmur matzah, which I said that would be fine. He decided to come to the house, and he did, and asked me if I would like to put on tefillin. And even though I was probably in my mid-50s at that point, I had never put tefillin on. And the rabbi asked me if I would do the mitzvah of putting it on for him that day, which I did. My wife was, of course, in hysterics, and it made me feel great. And we danced for a little bit, and that was really the beginning of a great relationship back with my culture, my religion, and with the rabbi. We have a tefillin club, and we meet the first Sunday of every month, and not only through the generosity of many members in the organization do we have breakfast and bagels and lox, and Rebbitzin makes pancakes for us sometimes, and we do have scotch and vodka. I don't know if we will edit that out or not, but everybody comes, we put on tefillin, we discuss some Torah passages, we discuss ongoing regular events, and we actually talk about cultural and spiritual ideas that are thousands of years old and how they relate to what's going on at the present day. So my pitch, so to speak, to those who are without religion or spirituality in their lives is it's something well worth the effort. And I think it's great for the community, it's great for the universe, it's great for karma, and it's great for the individual and their family.
I had recently lost my father. I made contact with Rabbi Kramer of Chabad of Merrick, and the embrace that Chabad provided for me and the comfort Chabad provided for me at the time was something I greatly needed, something I appreciated, and it was authentic caring.
Another program that Chabad does is they work with Tomkei Shabbos, and if you do not have food, they deliver food for you on Thursday nights. At that time, I became on public assistance, and every Thursday I would go and pick up a box that would have chicken and eggs and milk and bread and snacks. If it was a holiday, they would give you roast. And there was one Pesach that literally I would not have had, that they gave you everything you could possibly need.
My wife is thrilled to be back within her past, and her and a couple of friends decided at some point in time they had never been formally bat mitzvahed, and she was very friendly with Connie, and they started to talk, and they formed a little club, and 3 women in the neighborhood met for I think a year or close to it, and talked about women in Judaism and the history in the past, and took the lessons she would, and then we had a phenomenal Shabbat dinner where my wife was officially bat mitzvahed, and it was a great time had by all. I think there were about 50 of us here. It was one of the great nights of my life. And the children were here, and everybody had a phenomenal time, as we always do when we're here at the center.
How do you like the Tefillin Club?
The Tefillin Club helps me connect with my roots. I love going there every single month. Thank you. All the best.
Thank you.
Have a good job.
Good job.
Take care.
My favorite part about Hebrew school was reading the Siddur with my friends and my Mora. I have great friends at Hebrew school, and I have a lot of fun.
We have great events at Hebrew school. One of them is matzah baking. At matzah baking, we made our own matzah. Another one of my favorites is the Shabbat dinner. We eat delicious challah, we light candles, we drink grape juice, and we have a delicious feast. And we learn all about Shabbos. We have programs at the Hebrew school for all the Jewish holidays. Some of them are for Purim and Tu B'Shvat.
And it's really fun. We love the Chabad Hebrew School. See you there.
So the first time I became involved with Chabad was about 6 years ago. Connie was running Mommy and Me classes, and I decided one day to bring my son. After that, we sent our son there to Chabad for camp. And since then, he's been going to camp there every year. And we love Camp Gan Izzy. And so do both our kids now, because our 4-year-old daughter is doing her second summer at Camp Gan Israel. She's also completed her first year of preschool. And my son has been going to Hebrew school there now for 2 years. We go to events, we go to parties between graduations and Purim and Hanukkah and barbecues, and really any chance we get, we bring our children, because growing up with Jewish values is very, very important to us. We found it with Chabad, we found it with Rabbi Kramer and with Hani, and it's been a wonderful experience.
One of the things I like is that he comes home every day ready to talk about what he learned, whether it be the new songs that they learn, the projects, and it's nice to see him embracing his learnings here.
I'm giving this to charity.
And my daughter, who's just turned 4 and finished her year in the 3-year-old program here, has also learned not only the English alphabet, but the Hebrew alphabet. So I feel like Chabad has become the heart and soul of the Jewish community here in Merrick. Not only Merrick, but Merrick-Bellmore-Wantagh, East Meadow, all of the different surrounding communities. We're thrilled that a Jewish organization would be running a preschool program because there are only limited numbers of preschool programs in the area and ones that actually fit my criteria and what I was looking for.
The Chabad preschool is very special to my family and I. My kids have been going here for the past 4 years through the preschool program and the pre-K program. It's a very warm, loving, and nurturing environment, and we've had the most fantastic experience. Made wonderful memories over the years. My children have received a wonderful Jewish education. We're very happy with the programs, the teachers, and everyone involved in the preschool. I'm looking forward to another wonderful year at the Chabad.
I always wanted to be traditional, but I didn't really have the education. My children never went to a formal Hebrew school, which was upsetting to me, and I wanted them to be traditional and learn. But when we found out that you can get bar mitzvah at the Chabad house here, it was a blessing.
Back in 2008, when I was just 12, I became a part of the Chabad. I met Rabbi Kramer, and we began studying for my bat mitzvah, which was very exciting because I didn't have much background in Judaism, and now I do. And we've always kept in touch throughout the years. So this is from my bat mitzvah in 2007, which was a very long time ago. It's nice to look through it and remember what we worked on together.
So coming from somebody who was never bat mitzvahed and belonged to a Reform synagogue my entire life, when Isabel was bat mitzvahed, it was almost like it was my bat mitzvah as well. It was so meaningful and so real and so special and so personal.
The pleasure of having both Isabel and Ava and Helen and Erwin becoming part of Chabad has been a major thing in my life. And I love this young lady for being bat mitzvah, and it's been my pleasure.
I love you. My mother was working as a teacher assistant when the school had first started out, and she introduced it to me, and I went to school for early childhood, and I decided I should come try it out. This is my 3rd year working here. I love it a lot. Rabbi Kramer and Hani are very wonderful people. The school is beautiful, and I love the children. I'm so excited every day to come to work.
Right now I couldn't be more proud of her than I am today. She has come a long way in her journey with Judaism and her life. And for those in need, there's no better place to go than the Chabad. Connie and Rabbi Kramer are definitely the heart and soul of Merrick.
Hey, yeah, hey, yeah, hey, yeah, hey, yeah, hey, yeah, hey, yeah.